Hi, I'm making my angry face. It's Awaken with Joylyn, and today I am going to talk to you about the anger phase of this awakening because it's awful. It's so bad, and I was angry for 5 or 6 years, and I talk about this in my book, and apparently comes through because I've had a couple of people say, "Wow, you were really angry in that book," and yes, I was. Yes, I was very angry, but I wrote it like that intentionally because I wanted people to see how angry you get when you realize that everything that you've been told is a lie. And I mean everything. And I mean everything. Um, so your anger it's actually an aspect of fear. I've had several spiritual helpers on this journey guiding me, and one of them told me that because I couldn't get out of the anger phase, and she kept saying, "Well, you're afraid of you're it's just fear or joy," and I'm like, "I'm not fearful. I'm like, I feel like I could take on anything. I'm not scared of anything right now. If anything, I feel the opposite of fear." And she goes, "No," she said, "no, your anger is your fear." And I had to sit with that and wonder why I didn't feel fearful. So how could that be fear? And then it hit me because it's lack of control. I was fearful that everything that I knew, everything in this reality that I saw as a lie now, I couldn't control that, and that's part of being here. You get your ego going, and you want to start controlling everything. You don't trust in God. You want to micromanage everything, especially as strong women, and so when I started feeling like I was losing that, and my psyche was starting to fracture and nothing was making sense, and I was starting to lose that control of my reality actually. So I got very angry. I got so mad, and like I said, I had talked about this a little bit before. I took it out on everyone, my family, my pets. Just I was mad. I was so mad. And, I talked about this a little bit yesterday when I said, I realized, that I've been lying to, and teaching patients the wrong things and actually teaching them things that could hurt them, not help them. And then the whole COVID thing where I seen what happened there. And I'm like, dear Lord, they're using us to hurt each other, not help, I mean, obviously we do, but and then I'm really feeling strongly lately that, religion is taking a hit right now, and it's like TikTok, before that comes down. So that is really where my passion is, and is helping because I know that there's a lot of actually satanic stuff going on in the churches that they don't see, and I know that that's going to be hard for them to realize, and because especially that group, because they pride themselves on knowing what they've been taught and studying the Bible and learning, and not that the Bible doesn't have really good things in it, because if you read it, right, and a lot of people do get so much good out of it, and it literally teaches you how to live right and whatever. If you're, it does have good things, and but there is a lot of stuff that was manipulated, and it's been manipulated to keep you in a box way of thinking, and when I just have a passion for that, because I see, so I mean, I go to this apostolic church here in town, and I just love these people. I mean, just genuinely good people, down to earth. They, their masks are off. They're not hiding anything. They're just who they are. They're jumping around like Pentecostals, I guess. It's maybe not I don't know. I don't want any labels on the churches anymore. I don't even know. Apostolic, Pentecostal, I don't know. They're hopping. They're hoppy though. They all hop. I guess it's a Pentecostal hop. I don't know, but it's really fun. I like it. But I just see in their prayers, these women in there just, oh my gosh, I've never seen prayer warriors like them. So I love that church, but also see that, when they wake up to the truth of some of the things that have been going on, they're going to be angry. Like, they're going to be really angry. So I do have a passion for, that's why I'm trying to get a religious trauma course going here, and still working out the quirks and trying to get that organized. But, that is where my passion is, because I know I had a lot of religious trauma growing up, and it was hard. It was hard because it destroyed my family. And, I always knew there was something wrong about it. Like, it didn't sit well with me. And I write about that in the religious trauma book. But, I was so angry for so long, and I don't want to see people stay that angry, because it prevents you from growing. Like, I know I had to go through that, and I know that God put me through that for a reason. And when you really look at your life and see how God's been conditioning you for this time period, I just see some of the things he did. If I were to I wrote down all the strong women in my life that have trained me, because they're trainers. All those strong people that test the living daylights out of you, they're your coaches, they're your teachers. So when you realize that and learn to appreciate them and love them for the gifts that they gave you, instead of just thinking they beat up on you or hate, or just mean to you or whatever, when you get out of victim mode, you actually see it for what it is, what God was really training you for. It's amazing. Your perspective changed is so different now, because you went from being, woe is me, they're mean to me, blah, all the things we do when we get in victim mode, to just absolutely appreciating and having so much gratitude. But I wrote them all down one time, and I just started laughing, because I'm like, if you put all these ladies, they're so strong, in one building, like, there is no roof that would be able to stand, that would just be like explode off with their energy. So it just cracks me up how God has put all these people in my life to train me, right? And but anyway, I had so much strength now from those ladies, and power, that I can't control it very well sometimes. And then I have that, I am a loving person, do have a lot of compassion, and I always don't use my left brain very well. And, my husband didn't understand me, so I had to go find somebody with the left brain to help me guide me through this. And, I have several spiritual women teachers, and, they have been so good, but I needed a left brain man, because we do, as strong, powerful women, we overuse our masculine, so it's you need somebody to guide you. So Matt Maddox and I are kind of fighting over the steering wheel right now, because he keeps saying I'm yanking it from him, and I yank it from him. But sometimes he don't let me drive either, and I realize that I'm not always a good driver. I'm like, oh, hey, look at that shithole over there of yuck. Let's go check that out. And he's like, no, don't do it, Joy. Don't do it. So yes, I know. You should listen to Audie when he's trying to help me drive. It's like, he is really a good navigator. Like, he would totally do well with the Amazing Race, because he navigates really well. He knows electronics, and he knows how to run my GPS. So he's like, turn left at this, Joy. And then I turn right. And he's like, that is not left, Joy. Then he's like, doing the kindergarten, like trying to tell me my left and right, and I'm just laughing. And then he's like, Joy, your blinker's on. Joy, you need to turn your blinker on. So I get that I don't always drive well, but sometimes I need to drive. To step into your full power, you need to be able to drive, right? So, yeah, there's a little battle there. But anyway, I just want to say that I am not going to get everything right. And sometimes I come off, I laugh a lot. Okay, I do. And that's how some of it's nerves, because I don't really like talking in front of people or put myself out there. So a lot of it is nerves, but I'm getting better with that. But a lot of it is I have learned to, instead of being angry, I just laugh. I just laugh, because if I didn't laugh, I would just be mad all the time. I would be so mad 24/7. So I laugh at my demons now. I say, F you. I am not going to stay in fear. I'm anger. I'm not going to do it anymore. So when I learn stuff like, oh, we've been lied to about this, it's something new for me even, and I've been at this for 6 years, but you're always going to find something new that they lied to you about. So I just laugh. I laugh at myself. I laugh at my demons. I'm like, I take that control from them. I take that control from them. And so if I am laughing inappropriately when I'm explaining this stuff, it's not out of disrespect. It's really not. It's just that some of us have been at this for a long time. And I mean, I've been at this for 6 years trying to learn, unlearn, help others learn. And it's really hard. It's a really hard process. And some of people have been going at it way before me, and we look rough. You know, I mean, our bodies are healing, but mentally we're struggling here, keeping it together. So, it is not easy to wake up and realize that everything that you've been taught, everything in existence has been a lie, and everything has been done to keep you from God and keep you in a control system of trying just to survive instead of thrive. And, the ones that are trying to break out and get us all out of that, we're tired. We're tired. So, I've just turned my crying and anger and fear into laughter. I just laugh. I laugh at you stupid demons. You don't have any control over me. So yes, I do laugh awkwardly sometimes. But that's why. And, astrologically, we're going to go through a shift here pretty soon. I was just listening to somebody today that said all the things are lining up for the shift of control, going from the assholes to the actually good people that know how to run the joint, right? So, and he said that it could be as soon as the summer. So I'm like, okay, and when the systems fall and crash and that flip happens, all that stuff that's hidden is going to come out, like all the control systems, how they've been doing it, how they've been manipulating us, how they've been, controlling us through fear and, religion and stuff. It's all going to come out, and it's going to, we're not at the point, they keep saying you can't wake any more people up. And I'm like, okay, well, then what do we do then? And so right now it's just basically catch them when they fall and tell them it's going to be okay. That's kind of what we're doing now, because we have tried to wake people up for years. And, we have, and people woke me up. Like I had no clue on nothing before 2020. I did my slave job, and I was obedient to the systems. I did what I said, I did what I was told. I didn't know any of this. So, the people before me helped me wake up, and then then our job now is just keep helping people, go. But then if they say you can't wake anymore up, well, then what is the purpose? So it hit me today. It's like we just have to catch them when they fall, and when they get angry, and when they get mad, and when they say what the hell, then we say, we got you, we got you. Like, we already went through this shit, it's really, really bad, but it gets better. And then when you get through it, then it's like amazing, So, yeah. So that is what I wanted to talk to you about today, is the anger phase. So if you your psyche starts breaking like mine did, and your belief system start getting all flipped around, and you feel like you're losing your ground, because that's what you feel, because you feel like you almost get panic attacks, kind of, because it's like everything doesn't feel right, because it's not supposed to, because we're just here experiencing this, and we're just getting lessons. But now the consciousness of the whole planet is ascending, and when we get to a certain level of ascension and it's called the 100 monkey effect. I love it. I've researched that 100 monkey effect, and it's kind of like when they mock you with the Christmas music. If we can get as many people as we can to get up to the Christ must, that's all in there too. So Christ must, the spirit, when we get that raised to a certain level, of people starting higher vibes in a good way of thinking, like, hey, we can bring this into our reality. Like, this is collective manifestation. When we get people to a certain level, then it just changes. It does. And it's like I explained, like, one person, it's going to take forever to build a city. But if you can get everybody together with the same mindset, like, hey, we can build this city together. Like, we can do it. If we all gather together and we put our minds together and create again, we can build a city. So you can do it so much faster when you have a group of people thinking the same way, right? I hope that I explained that well. But so anyway, that's what came to me today, that no, we probably can't wake any more people up because we've really been trying hard. I mean, we are taking a beating out here with because of the Stockholm syndrome. People want to stay in their comfort zone, but comfort, when you stay too comfortable, you don't grow. And I guess I felt like that for a long time, and my soul was like, no, you have to get, if you're not constantly learning something, you're pushing yourself, have somebody with you that's pushing you to be your true self. Like, I'm take for instance my husband, because ex-husband, and so he always wanted to be a freighter boat captain or a golf course superintendent. And all of our marriage, I was like, you go do it then. Go do it if you wanted to do that. But no, he thought he had to provide for a family, so he did a job that he absolutely hated. I mean, not hated. He's pretty easygoing, so he found the best of it. But it's not really what he really truly wanted to do. And so all of our marriage, he didn't do what he really wanted to do in life. And so my daughter sent me a picture of him driving a little cruise liner type thing that he's doing for like sunset cruises. And his face was so lit up, and I was just so happy to see that. Like, I know that we are not together right now, but to see his smile on his face and him stepping into something that he's always wanted to do, just to drive big boats, like, it made my heart so happy. And most of us aren't able to do that because of this, we think we have to provide and be successful and do this kind of job and to look good, and but also, he thought he had to provide for me, and I went from pretty low maintenance to pretty high maintenance. And so, he was trying to do all these years, keeping up a certain amount of money, to make that he thought would make me happy. And actually, it really wasn't the things I needed, So, but I'm just saying, like, when you truly step into your true self and start being who God meant you to be, that's what we want here, and that's what we want for everyone, and that's what we're trying to go to here, and it's just beautiful. But also, I realized, like, I had to step away so he could step into that power and step into his true self, because I was holding him back, and just because of my strength, right? And so when I was able to step away, I mean, I came back from Arizona, and he's like, got his own charter business, he's doing this, and I'm like, what? So, but sometimes God separates us so that we can step into our full potential and our power, and it's, and then you go through anger. Why did I get divorced? Why did I do this and this and this? But then you step back and you get that, 30,000 view vantage point, and you start realizing that, wow, God really does know what he's doing, because the goal here to come to this game, in this God game, is to come here and not escape it. A lot of us, when we first start waking up, we're like, get me out, I don't like this, I don't like it, get me out of this. But it's not to escape, it's to come here, realize what it is, realize that we're here to learn the lessons, take everything in, experience all the rides, start loving each other, taking care of each other, that type of thing. And then that ascends you back to God, right? So that's the whole point of us being here. They call it integration. So learning to flow with life, so that if anything came at you, you had a, illness or whatever, that you, instead of freaking out and not being able to, because when you panic, you tend to make wrong decisions. I mean, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've made all the wrong decisions. And, I heard somebody say today, and it's probably why Matt Maddox is trying to keep the steering wheel, because something about the year of the fire horse, because it's the year of the fire horse. So you need to really pay attention to astrology, and religion teaches it's demonic. So because when all the planets align and stuff, there is actually something, it shows you how to figure stuff out. But he was saying this is the year of the fire horse, where everything burns down, but it's also strength to rebuild and all that stuff too. So he's thinking, but if you use your power wrong, you can, a horse is strong and powerful, but they could also break their leg very easily, and then you takes you out. So you lose your power. So, which is probably why they're so hard on me in this training process, which is probably why they're so hard on me, because they really kick my ass. And I've learned a lot of lessons, trust me, but I think they see the potential and the strength that I have, the energy, and they also know I could crash myself into a tree really easy with this fire horse Corvette thing I got going on, and I could just smash it right into a tree really easy. So I'm just going to put it out there that I might not say the right thing all the time. I might not do the right thing all the time, but my heart is in the right place. My heart is so in the right place because I want everyone to succeed. I don't want any more homeless. I don't want any more children being hurt. I mean, this is what I've been fighting for. I mean, people don't realize really what I did, but that book that I just wrote explains everything that I did in 2020 when y'all thought I was just being crazy. I was working. Some of us been really working out here. I mean, my husband for a while, he's like, I just need you to get a job to help out. I'm like, do you see how, I mean, I spent hours researching ways to help people fight COVID and then dispersing that information out to everyone. We've been really working here, people. I mean, fighting censorship. We have been trying to raise that consciousness for people so that they can step into their power and be their authentic self. Because when more of us do that and regulate our nervous system and step into what really, truly God has for us here, we're going to change this whole world. Like, if you might look at me and say like, oh, that's so crazy. That's so sad that she thinks she's going to do that. It's already done. It's already done. It's already happened. This is just playing out for the people so that they can see it too. So we already went, some of the stuff we've already went through, like, 4 years ago, and, it's playing out again, and we're just like, yay, but do it again. It's better be it this time because I don't know how much more we have in us, right? So, but no, the planets are aligning, and the control power structure is going to flip. And then when the assholes are no longer in charge, we can start co-creating with God and then building a new world. So I just wanted to get on here and say that don't stay angry. Like, if your world starts crumbling because you start putting dots connecting to dots and realizing that, oh my God, I was actually hurting people and I was not helping them. I was teaching them the wrong way. And, I had a pastor of this church friend me yesterday, and I'm like, oh dear God, like if he sees my stuff on Facebook, he's probably not going to let me back in that church. I mean, that was right. He told me the other day, he's like, well, this is my friend Joy, and she goes to the Pentecostal church, but they might not let her in. And I'm thinking, they might not after this, but it's all out of love. It really is. I'm not doing it. I'm not saying anything about religion to hurt people or I just want them to know that, we all have been lied to. We all have been hurt by all the systems. Mine was medical and religion. So, and financial, everybody's been hurt by financial. I mean, when people realize they don't have to pay taxes or there's plenty of money to pay taxes, not that we even have to pay that much, but the money that they've been keeping from us, oh my gosh, like we don't even have to be living like this. There is abundance, and I mean abundance, for people. But so when people really realize that, and realize that they have been struggling all these years for nothing, they really, other than, if you look at the bigger picture, then, you're here to learn the lessons, right? So you can't learn the lessons without the struggle. So that's a higher perspective. But for the lower perspective, they've been hurting us, and they have been stealing from us. They have been keeping us in a low vibrational state. And that all is been done to disconnect us from God, and which is our true self, which is love. So everything, and I mean everything in this reality a lot of things are Antichrist, because it's been designed that way in this reality. So that's the whole goal of the game, to experience the not of God things, and then figure out how to get back to him, right? So yeah, that's what we're doing here. So my hope is that if your world starts crumbling and everything starts breaking down and things aren't making sense, that you can just laugh. Just be like, you suckers, you damn cabal lizard eating, you know, go through that a little bit, and then you just laugh at them. They laughed at us for a long time, so laugh at them. That's what I do. It's the only thing that keeps me sane is laughter. So anyway, I just wanted to share that today, and I hope that helps. Have a great day.